These games fucking suck. Oh, yeah. We're playing shitty RPG Maker hentai games. You've seen them, you've probably jacked off to them, and today I'm going to tell you why these games suck. Last week I played 4 RPG Maker games with sexual content as their main draw, and today I'm going to be deep diving into these games, looking past their sexual nature, and judging the game based on its gameplay, its story and writing, and its graphical design. Make sure to watch to the end. These games only get worse. Much, much worse. Let's get started. This game is absolutely deplorable. From the themes it explores in its writing, to the actual gameplay, this game is bad all around. The best I can understand is that this game is foot fetish, giant fetish, and rape fantasy, all flung into one hot, steaming pile of offensive trash. There isn't actually any explicit artwork, and my guess is that all of the artwork that is shown is stolen off of the internet. Let's start with the mapping. Need I say more? The maps look like shit. Onto the gameplay. Actually, I don't think there is any gameplay. There was one single segment where there was combat, but all it consisted of was clicking attack once or twice and then winning, even though the overwhelming amount of text before the fight hyped up your opponent as some all-powerful demon. Past that, the only points where I had control over my character was when I was walking around and talking to random NPCs, so the game is walking, and it's not even good walking. At one point, the developer thought it would be a good idea to display the fact the girls are giant by making the main character 2 pixels tall and reducing his walking speed to that of a snail. This was a fucking stupid decision. The only slightly interesting mechanic was the ability to shift-click on any NPC and see their power level, except their power level meant absolutely nothing and was most likely just a random number the developer thought of. Last but not least, the story and writing. As I mentioned before, the themes explored in this game are beyond disturbing. It uses the word rape multiple times, and has a really weird obsession with making the main character have sexual intercourse with giants, who he makes his slaves. The only possibly arousing part of this game is the writing, but the writing is such incomprehensible pop culture-filled garbage that the only possible person who would find it arousing is the developer. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Look, I'm all for some good hentai, but this shit is disturbing, and I don't think you can even call it hentai, as the definition of hentai requires overly sexualized imagery, and this is the most sexual image in the whole game. Oh my god, this game has a sequel. This game has a fucking sequel! Hell Road is disturbingly similar to God Complex 1 Ultra, although it has a few key changes. The biggest change is that this game actually has sexual content, but it's still rape fantasy. Here's the mapping. The mapping is not good. It is very not good. Unlike the last game, this game has actual gameplay, even though it's still terrible. The first thing that I must address is that this game is hard. Oh no. Motherfucker. God damn it. No! I can't even win. No. Fuck yeah. Thank God. Holy shit, bro. The balancing is all over the place, though the really hard part is having the will to continue playing. It's been 27 minutes, yet it feels like I've been here for my entire life. It feels like time has slowed, and I've entered a purgatory of living, where I just do combat, and then watch shitty hentai scenes. And have to pay for Patreon to get access to more, like... Good lord, people, just watch porn. Why are you doing this? I don't understand it. The gameplay loop consists of grinding enemies, resting in your tent to heal, and then repeating that until you're able to defeat the floor's boss. It's a dungeon crawler, and while it may have the worst combat I have ever seen in a dungeon crawler, it has an awesome twist. Spoilers. The twist is sex. This game is so fucking demented. Apart from the combat, you sometimes get a choice on whether or not to rape the floor's boss after you've beaten them, although sometimes the game just says fuck you and has you rape the boss regardless. So yeah, gross power fantasy rape shit galore, I want to end. And lastly, the wonderful story. Oh. Right, this game doesn't have a story. The best you get is a 2-second scene at the beginning with a stock blood image, and then after that you get a sign, which you can optionally read that tells you you're dead and in hell. The characters give out a little more backstory as you go along, but the story is basically non-existent. The end goal is to kill Lucia, the ruler of hell, so you can get into heaven. I have no clue where the fucking comes in, but horny developers always find a way. So far, we are 2 for 2 on these games including themes of rape. I am very worried.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga.
This game might honestly be the worst so far. It isn't as offensive in its content as the previous 2 games, as this game doesn't have any mention of rape. However, the implementation of the sexual content into this game is even worse. This game is basically just a photo gallery that you have to play through 10 minutes of clunky gameplay to get to. There is literally zero story, and the sexual content is not implemented in a way that is at all related to what is happening in the game. Basically, this game is a complete clusterfuck. This game's mapping is absolutely awful, yucky, ewy, bad, gross, yucky, bad, ewy, bad, it's bad, okay? But it's just slightly better than the previous games, so this is cause for celebration. Talking about the gameplay is the best thing I could do for this game. This game uses an ABS battle system, or in less technical terms, it has on-map combat. Now this is a pretty exciting thing for an RPG Maker game, however, despite the initial yay woohoo moment that is implementing on-map combat in RPG Maker, that doesn't mean it's actually fun. The combat is clunky, hitboxes are a joke, movement just doesn't happen, and to top it all off, there are literally only 10 minutes of gameplay. No, they can just shoot me through the walls, it's not fair! With the boss fight being less than 20 seconds long. What is this mapping? Oh! What? Oh! Ah! Why? Oh my god, he's like a suicide bomber! Jesus Christ. Why is there so much lag? Oh my god. This is the worst running thing I've ever experienced. Jesus fuck. That was the lamest boss fight ever. Honestly, that was way underwhelming. This game is 15 minutes long. However, at the end of the day, the gameplay is still a lot more fun than either of the previous games. And now, the story. Oh boy. The story. The story, if you can even call it that, is a complete and utter disgrace to writing. It sounds like an adult Indian man in a teenager's Instagram DMs trying to get nudes. The writing is absolutely incomprehensible garbage, and even if it had correct grammar and spelling, it would still make absolutely no sense. The scenes that are supposed to be erotic are presented in such an awful, force-fed and condescending way that it would be almost impossible to get any arousal out of them at all. The way I understand it, the game story is just you running through a dungeon and being a massive cuck, so this furry will brag to you about all the women he's fucked and show you pictures of them nude, so maybe you can hope to attain even an inch of his woman-fucking powers. This game is disgusting in its portrayal of women, almost all of these games are, and it is such an incomprehensible mess that I derived exactly zero enjoyment from the entire experience. I chose to play this game because of this.
He still seems a bit sleepy. Rub your boobs in his face. That'll get him up.
Also, I just looked at this trailer on YouTube and holy fucking shit, look how many views it has. Jesus Christ, sexually does sell. Also, what the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? I need to go bleach my eyes, holy shit. Okay, to be fair, the mapping in this game is actually incredible in comparison to the other 3 games we've played today. And actually, just in general, this game has some pretty damn good mapping. The gameplay actually has some interesting concepts that work in conjunction with the story. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but basically you're the Overmind, and you are the leader of... Well, actually, you're in control of these slaves, which are women that you capture. Basically, you can use different orders to make your friends friends, either have increased attack or tank the hits so you don't die. Also, if you hold shift over an enemy, you can see their stats, which is a feature I never used once. Outside of these mechanics, the game is pretty bland, and dying is never really a threat, but for RPG Maker turn-based combat, it's about what you'd expect. The story in this game is so bad and so offensive, I actually just turned the game off. I actually stopped playing, and that's not something I do often. Yeah, I'm just done playing. I can't play this game anymore. Basically, the gist of the story is you're the Overmind. You were the evil ruler of this world until the heroes came along and defeated you and freed all your slaves. But you've been brought back to life, and your first task is to brutally murder everyone in a nearby village except the women so that you can brainwash them into becoming your sex slaves and so that you can extract their orgasmic energy. Whoa, what, dude? Bro, what am I looking at, dude? What the fuck? This game is completely fucked. The game's morals are fucked, its portrayal of women is fucked, it lets you kill dogs. This game is completely fucked. This is very cheering music for me ransacking and raping all the villagers of a village. And it is built on the idea of, ooh, you can rape women, which makes us 3 for 4 on games with themes of rape. This game made me absolutely sick. It is not okay for shit like this to exist, and it is absolutely deplorable. I'm done with it. Yeah, I never want to do this again. I actually think my penis shrunk in size by playing these games. I'm gonna go back to crying now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.